Good morning. I'm in Costa Rica. I just performed at Rhythmia. And I'm feeling whole. Just sitting in nature. Really feeling soft and calm. Paying attention and listening very deeply to the silence, the trees. And often when we hear something like this, your mind goes crazy. It doesn't care about silence. Your mind doesn't care about silence. Your mind wants to overcome something. Your mind wants to take a side against another side. That's why things like the news and the media and Facebook are so good at keeping us only on one side against another side. And then we have all these things that we think we want to overcome and change when we're internally divided by two. Because if you're anti one side, you're anti a part of you. Because you can feel the other side that you don't like inside of you. Ugh, you're sitting there like that thing that Trump said, that thing that, or the other way. Oh, I hate Hillary, whatever. Or you're caught up in some story that's temporary. And none of these trees, Michael Beckwith talked about this once, none of these trees, none of the flowers are caught up in those stories. And if you really want to change those things, you can't do it when you're divided by two inside of yourself. What we got to do is bring a whole person into the scenario. You got to become whole. If you truly want to change the world, get into your heart and make yourself whole. And know that every story you're caught up in is dividing you in half. There's a whole you that knows how to create, but when you're caught and you're against another side, its creating is divided. And if it's divided, you don't even do it. Or you'll creatively sabotage yourself. When you finally sit in nature for long enough, when you finally just listen to silence, when you finally connect with yourself, you will feel your body heal yourself. Christy, my fiance, has had 6 months of some crazy sinus infection. And she came out here and it's gone. It's gone because she's in the wholeness of herself. Not caught in the crazy ambition of the mind to overcome the problems that it's creating in the first place. If you're on a side against another side, you're bringing the same consciousness into the same problem that the mind made in the first place. You'll never change it. That's why these things aren't changing. Nothing's changing. It's just another side takes over later. And we just sit there going side, 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 side. And sometimes there will be a side, and then a billion other sides come in, and then that side wins. And that's awesome. I just want to go to a next level and say, what happens if we bring the wholeness of what we are into the world? What happens if we move like nature? What happens if all of you is activated? Your superpowers. What happens if you follow your heart and go deeper than overcoming something, but feel the actual love of what you are and bring that to the world? So when people go, how do I change the world? The first thing you got to do is get whole. Following the deepest callings, listening to what you know is true deep down, like deep down. What do you know is true deep down? Like you might think, oh, I'm worried about what they think about me. But if you ask deep down, it goes, it doesn't matter what they think of me. Or I wanna leap, but I'm scared. I might not do it right. Deep down goes, there is no right or wrong. I love you, you're fine. This thing beating your heart, that's deep down. You gotta move in congruency with deep down and not get caught in the game of limitation. Like our video series is called, our whole 2-day video series, Limitation Game, designed to get you out of the game and into your truth. Now, if you've never experienced being in your truth, this doesn't excite you. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't sound like the goal in your life. It doesn't, who cares? You don't. But once you understand and feel, which I've got to feel from living in my deepest truth, you'll understand this is the next step. And you're complete. You're whole. You just have to act in accordance with it. So deep down might say, I don't need to get caught up all day, every day, in being mad at what a senator said. I don't need to get caught up in all these stories. I need to feel love for every part of me, even the hardest parts to love, the hardest things in the world to love. Find a compassion, because they're not bad things, they're just caught in their story. They're just caught in their mind. And you can't counter it with more mind. Listen. Really listen to the silence. Don't get bored with it and act like it's not just as important. My baby bit my finger. I have a blister. And you might go, that's stupid. It's just as important as every agenda your mind thinks it's going to overcome inside of itself. Stop having agendas, even with your own ambitions. You wouldn't believe the insights that you have that know how to create through you, and you don't have to do it anymore. You don't even have to get out of your head. Then you pick a side against your head. Then your mind picks a side against your head. You gotta get whole. Listen. Listen to the thoughts that are judging the silence that I'm giving you, or that I'm bringing in this video. Listen to the thoughts that are judging that. Listen to the crazy mind that thinks it wants to get somewhere else. It's got to overcome something, and we're never, ever happy. Ever. Love it. Love it. Love it. Don't cater to what it says. Just stay sitting for a minute. Hold it. You don't have to fix anything. Just align with the part of you that takes care of you. Stop feeding your mind kryptonite every day. You'll be able to fly. You are magic. You are a superhero. You've just been feeding your mind kryptonite since birth. And everyone else does it. So you'd feel bad if you got whole. You're scared to get whole. You're scared to lose your friend's connection if you get whole. You're scared to lose the love of other people, what your parents think of you, if you become whole, if you just actually meet yourself. If you want to change the world, get whole. Just get whole. You'd be blown away by what you can do.